Hello! I'm trying something different today, so I'm just hoping it works. So what I can do today is something that I've not been able to do yet because I've changed things. It works! Yes! This is our route for the first leg. Yes! I'm so happy that works. I spent like 20 minutes last night trying to figure out how to make this work. I'm not even kidding. So, I can actually come up with a flight plan. What's the weather like at our destination today? For the first leg, at least. Cloudy. Just want to make sure I got that right. Okay, so I'm just gonna add an approach in, and I'm coming from Inodo. No, I want to add an arrival from Inodo. From Inugi. Why is it flagging up Inugi specifically? Oh, because that's where my last point is. Okay. Let's go for the Inug 1 mic. For runway 01. And then the runway 01. Your DME. Ooh. Can I get one that isn't evil? Can I get one that is like let's try the Inugi. Yeah, the Inugi 2 Victor. We'll add that to the route. And then we'll go IS X-ray. We'll go, yeah, IS X-ray runway 19. I'll add that to the route. Hey, DMF. So this is Navigraph. This is what I've been using to get my charts from all of this time, and they recently released their new update, which allows me to do this and actually have the flight plan visible. So let me just throw this in. Put it for 40. Cruising altitude will be 28,000 foot. Departure airport is Fox Golf Sierra Lima. Departure time is going to be about 1640, I would think. Route is direct DLA, direct Inugi, and then the Inugi to Victor at Fox Kilo Yankee Sierra. I'm gonna estimate 1 hour 10 for this leg, and we'll have about 4 hours of fuel on board. Don't need an alternate. And let's send that to the network. Flight plan has been sent. So first things first, let's get this plane started. I've already done the external crap that I keep forgetting so that I wouldn't forget it today. Standby instruments on, probes on, APU on. No, APU on, not the left starter. Just need to wait for the APU to come online. How are we all doing today, guys? Before we really get going, I want to just say Landy won't be streaming today. He has some stuff going on that is preventing him from streaming, so apologies on that front. And our flight plan is Fox Golf Sierra Lima to Fox Kilo Yankee Sierra. We are Golf Romeo Delta. Oops. not X-ray. Whiskey Tango. And we're going DLA direct. And then Inogi direct. And that's it in terms of that. In terms of departures, we are going to be leaving runway 22. Our air pressure is 1010. As you can probably hear, there's a bit of a storm a-blowing. Again. Window heat on. And all the hydraulics need to go to auto. Air can go to auto as well. This is the really annoying need to start the plane stuff, and I do apologize.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you to whoever that was. And Farmer, thank you very much for the €17.94. Emergency lights arm. Nav lights on. I'll go nav logo. Seatbelt lights on, so please take your seats and put on your belts because this is going to be a rough one, I think. And we'll go better push back. Pre-plan. And 2-2s in which direction? This is the way that I always check, is I just run to the nearest runway. Okay, so we're going to be pushing facing to the right. And the pushback will give us time to start our engines, so accept the plan.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
We're flying to today. We are heading first to... I can't remember. Navigraph, come to me. We are flying first to Yaoundé. I already have all flight plans ready to go. I just need to load them into Navigraph, which is always a nice bonus. Ooh. In fact, I need... Yes, I will need the chart for our airport here in Bamako. Or Malabo, even. Chart, taxi. Runway 22 is 224 degrees. So let's put that into the heading. Yep, so if I go the right way. 224. And I just need to do some setup here. Climb, transition altitude will be about 5,000. The cruising altitude is going to be 280. And descent transition flight level on the way down is going to be 60. We're going to just clear ourselves straight up to cruise because there's no ATC online. At least not when I checked. I've gone way past cruise there. 28,000. What else do I need? Nav source is going to be FMS1. Gonna want the... Yeah, the weather radar is going to be much more useful there. Am I down Africa? Yes, Blackout. We've made it as far down as Africa in the tour so far, and I'm kind of coming around the sticky outy bit. I think we're about ready for pushback. So let's start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
There's the tow coming in. Our beautiful Canadian Challenger. Charlie Golf Juliet Charlie Victor. Those mountains aren't snow-capped, by the way, they're just a bit borked. One thing that I have done, because I did a test flight into Yaoundé last night, is I I've made it so the runways are always going to be flat because it'll wonky. And I'm hoping that it does it to the entire airport, because otherwise there's going to be a really fun taxiway in Hyundai that I will almost definitely have to use. Gens are off, engines shut down, fuel pump on, flaps rate low. That is all good.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Just get the pushback connected. And I'm just kind of double checking they got all the lights as I want them for now. We do have it set.
Strap into the after in position. Release parking brake when you're ready to start pushback.
We do have it set as kind of mid-afternoon or early afternoon, so we should be streams cutting in and out again. Are you serious? There is literally nothing I can do to fix that. I can't do a damn thing to fix that. Let's get the dome light on.
Starting pushback. You may start the engine.
Cabin lights on. I start the engines. Right engine. Starter to start. And ignition. We got a good start on engine number 2. Turn on the right bleed now. I could, in theory, actually turn off the APU right now, but we'll keep it open for the time being. Engine 1 to start. And we got a good start on engine 2. Turn off the APU now. Well, a bit early, but that's fine.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
It's fine your end, yes? It might just be on your end, like one of you guys' ends.
Stand by.
It's a bit weird. Need the beacon light on. Oh, my turn-offs can come on. We're being put down by the pushback truck, even though I'm not entirely sure if that's something it would do in real life. There's the runway turn-off lights on the side there. Left and right landing / taxi lights. And let's see, next objective, flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I think I should rev up the taxiway a bit more. The igniter can stay on until we're actually up in the air. Just gonna wait for a signal from this dude that he's put the bypass pin back in. Or taking it out even. There's our sign. Taxi light can come on. And we are good to go. Says taxis are the runway. Gonna go full length just for funsies. There's a Dassault Falcon 7X there. A quite rare, like, business trijet. You don't see many of those. Hey, Elliot. Sorry, I always have a bit of a laugh when I see somebody whose name is just like advertising their channel. I love the ingenuity. Hey, Thomas. So in terms of where we are exactly on the run on the airport, you might notice this looks completely different to what's actually being shown and explained. That's because it is. So we're coming up to Taxiway Bravo, which doesn't exist. There's a reason this airport, I guess, isn't in VATSIM. We're gonna go down to what I think is Bravo over there in this scenery, and we'll take off from that intersection just to give ourselves a decent bit of room to maneuver. We're not gonna need to go full throttle with this. Thomas, hello. We're not gonna need full throttle. We're just gonna need full hope. Refs. V1 is 116, VR 120. So let's set a speed of 147. Snooker speed set. Navs are set. This thing likes automatically turning on auto throttle when you hit VNav. Adibulo. Chulos. This shows that I'm quite preoccupied with taxiing this plane. Just got Kerbal Space Program ad before joining the stream. Kerbal Space Program is an amazing game. You're having tea? Fair enough, Alexander. How am I doing today? I'm doing good. Doing good. For those of you that haven't heard, Landy will not be streaming today. Landy Kid will not be streaming. He's got some stuff going on that he's got to deal with. And that is his priority for the day. Could stream KSP? I definitely could. Shush! Thor, we don't need you. I'm just trying to fly a plane. Let's take off from apparently Echo 3. Also, that plane doesn't exist. That plane is inexplicably just part of the scenery here. Hang on, are they no entry signs? I feel like there are no entry signs, so let's just spin it around and go full length here, actually. Get a fish finger butty for your tea, very nice. If you're wondering what these little dots appearing on the windshield are, that's rain. It's a really nice add-on for X-Plane called Library. It doesn't work in all the planes, annoyingly. And I have no idea how to install it into a plane other than when somebody else has done it and I can steal their files. Is KSP really that good? Yeah, it is really that good. It's so good that, like, everybody kind of jokes that it's about explosions, and even the guys who take it seriously joke that, you know, you learn by exploding, which is true of KSP. But, a lot of science teachers will use Kerbal Space Program to teach basic astrophysics, which you can learn from Kerbal Space Program. You can legitimately learn orbital mechanics. Yeah, Kerbal Space Program is hyper realistic. It is really realistic. It's just a bit mental in the way that the physics sometimes acts. Beware the Kraken. Also, I'm really wishing right now that this thing had windscreen wipers, because there is no way for me to clear the windscreen. Unless there are windscreen wipers, and I just don't know where the button is. MIT did use Minecraft at one point. MIT does weird stuff, though. MIT just does things. So I wouldn't really trust stuff that MIT does. This is kind of a like, this is super advanced, because the MIT is a bit weird. You make Kerbal Spaghetti? Yeah, Kerbal Space Program is seriously one of those just games that, even when it goes wrong, it's super fun, because you realize just how wrong things can go. Right, let's get transponder to mode Charlie. Whoops, 2000. Let on, strobe on. We're good to line up and get out of here. AI controlled space combat is in fact possible.
Approaching
In Kerbal Space Program. Approaching 2-2, flaps are set. Toronto will auto engage.
On runway 22.
Well, I screwed up that lineup. You saw someone made a higher jump jet. Is there a new DLC, a new expansion came out just came out for it? Sweet new DLC. I bought Kerbal Space Program early enough that I actually get all the DLC, which is really nice. Here we go. 80 knots. V1, rotate. Buzzer rig established. Gear up. $180 knots. Flaps up. Still a bit of hand flying here. I've reset some controls slightly, so it should, in theory, be a bit easier for me to hand fly these things. There we go. Yeah, they've got the new robotics pack coming out. That looks really interesting. Let's turn autopilot on, and we are off to the races. Not entirely sure why the plane decided to slow down that much. Igniters can now come off. And nav logo can just go nav. Going through 7,000 feet. Barrel set to standard. Just wait for 10,000 before we do next few bits of those takeoff stuff. By the way, I just invented the transition level. I don't know what it actually is. Go set that to command. 10,000 feet. Lights set. That's all good. Seatbelt sign can now come off. And we'll just seclude ourselves away in the cockpit with the dome light that does next to nothing. Anti-ice should really potentially be on. It's our outside air temperature. Where is it displayed? Yes, -1. Let's get the Let's get the anti-icing on. Hey, Chris. Astroneers, decent. I've never played Astroneers. I've heard good things about it, though. It's a mod for VTOL engines in Kerbal? I don't need a mod for VTOL engines in KSP. There we go. Coming up through 15,000 feet already. Check our progress. 66 nautical miles to the top of the descent already. So we might not even get up to 28,000 feet. But we should, in theory. Hello, Nick. Yeah, if you haven't guessed already, this is going to be a super short leg. Only like 200 miles. It's going to be just basically up in the air and then back down again. Our current time, if I change the mode, it's 10:23 Zulu. We're expected to be... Excuse me? We're expected to be on the ground a minute ago. Something tells me that's wrong. Barely think simulators are fun. It's a rarity. Depends on what kind of simulator. 60 miles to top of descent now, and we're coming to top of climb. Let's bring up the Navigraph to show you exactly where we are. Close this chart down. And we are right there. We are the pink dot, or the pink arrow, currently flying towards Urpus, heading towards Douala, which is not our destination today. We're heading a bit further inland to the airport. To Yaoundé. Racing sims are fun. Flight sims are fun for me. I like racing sims as well, but flight sims just so relaxing. 4 miles top of descent. We're coming up to top climb. And the weather's not looking terrible. Prefer if it wasn't this bad, but I mean... It's a touch cloudy, yes, and I generated Ortho Special, so I'm kind of annoyed. That said, I mean, the Ortho's a bit pointless when I'm out over the sea for this section of the leg. There's a fuel dumping area. Above 6,100 feet, just outside Douala. This looks like a military zone. Yes, that's a military zone. And Yaoundé has 2 military zones. Restricted low, 45, 245. And this is going to be another restriction. That's a fuel dumping area. 6,000 or below, or above even. Coming up close to Douala now, which is nice. What's the point of this game? Flying, Queeveen. Practicing flying and learning flying and all things flying. It's really, yeah, it's relaxation, I would argue. To a certain extent, the point is whatever you want the point to be. As silly as that sounds. There is no specific aim. So some people do it to learn instrument procedures. If they are going for an instrument rating, some pilots use it just for fun. Some real-world airline pilots just play flight sims for fun. Some do it to keep current with stuff, or to refresh themselves on certain procedures. I do it to relax, and to, I guess, learn to fly to a certain extent. Do I want to become a pilot? I would say yes, but the costs are prohibitive. Like, the very cheapest I found is something like 68,000 euro to get an ATPL and potentially at the end of that a job offer. But I would love to at some point do a flying lesson. Let's get some charts up because we're already pretty much at top of descent. I mean, we're 36 miles out, so charts. So we're going to be going from Douala, descending towards Anugi, and our lowest point is actually going to be at the ILS in terms of... Can I overlay the chart, please? Okay, so I can... Oh, the charts won't overlay. Interesting. Charts list, approach, and it is... ILS... Yankee... for Yaoundé, and we want to be at 4,400, so let's put that into our altitude here. I'll be able to talk a bit more detail about this plane in the next leg. The next leg is about twice, if not 3 times the length. Time flies by fast. It really does with this. I mean, we're 8 minutes in, and this weather is honestly slightly concerning, but I'm kind of fine with it. There's the Douala viewer pretty much directly underneath us. Can I get the mode changed? I can't remember how to change the mode. Never mind. Oh, it's format. Doesn't seem to want to change all that much. Completely useless. Can't be easy having uneven legs to walk can be so hard. Meh. What's our air temperature outside at the moment? Minus 37, ISA 3, plus 3. Air speed's 454, which isn't far off the 4... Oh, I said 440. And we got a 14 knot headwind. We're Mach 0.75, which doesn't... Slightly faster than I'd kind of assumed. We are just basically waiting down till top of descent, which is in 19 nautical miles. So it'll be approximately... what, 7 miles? No, 13 miles after the VOR here. It's always funny when you get up high like this and you're just kind of on top of the clouds. Like, I'm not really over them, but I'm just on top of them, and yeah, you can't see a damn thing. Did do a test leg of this last night, and the plane decided not to descend at all, which was frustrating. Looks like we have started a descent of some description? No. The plane decided not to descend at all, and I went over the airport at like 32,000 feet. Hey, Velocity. Looking at the weather radar, we should be pretty good to continue this leg. Yeah. Nothing that concerns me too much, and this being a... well, I would say relatively heavy. It's a fairly light jet, but heavy compared to what I have been flying. It shouldn't get buffeted about too much by winds. Tank Tycoon, you need 2 grand more. For hydrogen tank, it's going to take an age. Whereabouts am I heading this evening? This current flight is to... boom, Yaoundé in Cameroon. Where we currently are is right above, I think. Where are we on this chart? There we go. Just after passing by Douala, which I believe is in Cameroon. I may be wrong. Heading towards the Inugi waypoint here, and then on to the airport of Yaoundé Nsimalan. And we should be there in approximately like 10 minutes. Now that the FMC's decided to start playing ball. So this is the shortest leg of today's flight, or today's trip. After Yaoundé, we are heading down south, and we are flying to no, we're not flying to food. Flying to... I think it's here. No, I've gone too far down. Ooh. No, that's our end location. Oh, are we flying further inland, I wonder? I can't remember where my legs are taking me. Hang on. Yeah, we are flying further inland to Banjul, which is right, I believe, at the edge of the FIR here. Brazzaville FIR. Or Bangui? Or Bangui! Ah, Bangui. We'll be flying here next, and then we'll be jetting off a weird angle to Fool, which is Libreville, which is right here. And yes, the airport is actually FOL, Fox Oscar Oscar Lima. And if we have time, I thought I'd planned Sao Tomé today. Apparently not. I think I made the description wrong, and the description at least wrong. Hey, Michael. "14 minutes into the flight, approximately 10 minutes, slightly less remaining. We should have started descending by now. There's our V-path. Let's go flight level change. There we go. So we're definitely going to need to rock out the spoilers. Let's get that open. I'm doing good, how are you? Do I have enough spoilers? I do not have enough spoilers. Spoilers. And just pull the engine down to idle, please. I don't want to be doing accelerated descent. How was today? I barely slept. Woke up, did the dishes twice. Had some pasta for breakfast, which is lovely. And then some beautiful grinder. Ooh. Grinder, by the way, is bread kind of... I don't know if it's exclusive to the area where I live, but I've only ever found it around where I live. I've accidentally turned on the fuel pump. Minus 28, which is less than 6 degrees Celsius, so we are going to leave the anti-icing on. Descending at a decent rate. Speed's looking okay. We'll just retract. Spoilers a small bit, actually, fully. Should be okay to idle descent from here. No, we'll need a small bit of spoilers. Here we go. Yeah, generator's good. Yes, Matt. I have bizarre... I usually have, like, noodles and stuff, but they tend to give me an upset stomach, so I had pasta today. I very rarely eat actual breakfasty foods for breakfast. I can eat cereals, I just usually have them in the evening. Let's see if I can fly any flying horses? No. Yeah, we're flying through a bit of a rough patch at the moment. That's... yeah, you can see the airspeeds being affected by this turbulence is small, but not as much as I'd feared. Yeah, same. I tend to have, like, cereals as kind of a tea time kind of thing. Or a snack. Because they seem more like a snack food than an actual breakfasty food. What's our leg currently? We're going to Kilo Yankee Sierra, so let's get some information here. Double check this. That's fine. I can show you this now, actually. Let's bring the Swift client in. Fox, Kilo Yankee Sierra. And now you get to see what I've been reading this entire time. Variable 2. Visibility is good. Thunderstorms in the area. Broken 2000. 23, 29, 21. QNH 1014. No. Hang on. Thunderstorms in the area. No SIG. Are you kidding me? Connection cut out for a minute or two, back now. Ooh. KSP looks so good. If you want to learn KSP, watch Scott Manley. He is amazing. Can I... I don't know if I'm on FMC speed. I am. You got a new desk, you visit mine for free on the local South End. I mean, Stormcloud, yes. Although I think I've just popped out temporarily. Yeah, we're in between layers of clouds at the moment. You can see the bottom of the previous layer and the top of the current layer there. Kind of difficult to make out. We are getting some precipitation, so the anti-ice is definitely necessary. I'm super happy this one takes up nearly half of your room. Yeah, my desk is about as small as it can get. We can pull in the spoilers because we're losing speed. We don't need to do that. S frequency, please. According to the charts, approach ILS Yankee 19. Can I overlay this? I can. Haha! And it's 1099. 1099 is in nav 1. Fantastic. Air temperature is -2 still, so we need to keep anti-ice on for now. You have a small foldable dinner table as a work table. That works too. Your desk fits a keyboard, mouse monitor, plug adapter, extension cable, tower, one sheet of A4 paper, and that's it. Mine can fit both monitors, my stream deck, my joysticks, and like a bit of junk, but it is kind of a bit jam-packed. I tend to keep my desk fairly full of stuff. Just because that's, I guess, the way that I like my desk being. I like a busy desk. Let's throw a bit of throttle in. Not much, just enough to get the speed back up. Don't want to be going too slowly just yet. Halfway to a hydrogen tank. Well done, Thomas. What tycoon are you playing, out of curiosity? Keep only what's needed. I keep what's needed and then about 10 extra things, and then 10 extra things on top of those extra things. And just kind of monitoring the instruments here to make sure everything's going well. Barrow is, I can set this thanks to Active Sky, 2983. And this barrow should be 101. Okay, we got lots of rain coming through here. This is going to be a bit rough. Yep. We got unstable airspeed. Wings are struggling a bit here, so this is probably like chop. Go gas station tycoons around them online. Fair enough. Can I get the speed down, please, Lane? No. Let's pull the throttle out because I want to start dropping speed now. We need to be at 250 below 10,000 feet. So let's get the spoilers out to get the speed down. Four petrol pumps, 3 oils, 2 petrol tanks, no hydrogen research plant to your name. Normally you're City Skylines kind of guy. That's a good way to be. I'm just trying to monitor everything here. Where is the airport? There it is. I can go... range can come down from whatever... Oh, that's 40 nautical miles. Yeah, let's pull the range into... Not 5, we'll go 10. So I get a better idea of what's going on. Okay, spoilers can retract. I'm just gonna do some engine management here. Problem is your Skyline's Windows 10 edition, so no mods. Ah. So you've effectively got the console version of City Skylines. You recently got the Witcher 1. Ah. Very nice, yes. 1099. I can change the nav source whenever I wish. No, I want... No. Okay. No, this is gonna work the way that I want it to. It's fine. Do free DLCs with the page, just given by Paradox for no reason. Very nice. There's the ground, and oh my god, the ground clouds. It's probably a good thing you guys can't see the ground. That is quite silly. Flaps 1 VFE 210, so I'll be going about 200 and then like 190, 180, probably 180, 170 for flaps 2 and 160 or below for flaps 3, but I want to go a lot lower. We are going to land full flaps. Oh boy, look at all them ground clouds. Things are going to get a bit interesting by the airport. Which we should be rapidly approaching, actually. Yeah, we're just coming on to what would be the approach chart now. I want to check legs here. Cancel mod. Arrival. Oh. I forgot to put the arrival in here, didn't I? It's gonna be... the... ILS Yankee 19. Yeah, that transition. I'll just hit execute. And... fantastic! It's recalculated where I need to be. Oh, it's got very confused. That's what the problem is. So what I did there was I confused the plane and... come on. Okay, I'm gonna take manual control if this doesn't stop. 5.8 or below. Why are you ascending me to 10,000 if I need to be 5,000 or below in less than... less than 10 miles? I just want to verify that. Yes, this is what the plane wants to do. Okay. Like, our next waypoint is literally like there somewhere. Although it's not highlighting, which is slightly concerning. I wonder is it claiming us because it doesn't know what to do? That is distinctly possible. Yeah, it still thinks we're trying to get to this continuity. There we go. So it's now going to effectively dive us. Yeah. Spoilers out. That's what the problem was. I forgot to execute. Okay. Can I take control of the speed, please? No. Yeah, the plane got confused when I put in the actual arrival. I'm not entirely sure if we'll make this, but we'll give it a shot. We've got room to work with here. I mean, we're idling at the 1700 feet per minute descent, which is nice. Outside air temperature is now good. Anti-ice can come off. That's all good. Just ignore the fact that the plane nosedived, okay? Let's just conveniently ignore that fact. Retract spoilers. While we're on the approach here, I'm just gonna refill my e-cig because apparently that was something I'd half done and not remember to actually finish. We got 4,444 pounds of fuel left, 2,222 in each tank. Just thought I'd point that out because all the numbers were beautiful and repetitive. So it's 4,400 I want to go to. It's going to hold 58 for now. Now we change the nav source to nav 1 and hit approach on the localizer. Oh good, speed is mine now. Let's go 180 and pull out flaps 1 once we hit 180. Flaps 1. Give it a bit of throttle, just level things out. Oh, this is good turbulence. Look at the airspeed. Okay, we should be coming on to localizer in a moment. I hope. Localizer slowly coming in there. There's the turbulent patch. There's the localizer coming in. Turning onto loc. We're at 4400, just as we should be. And the glide slope should come in momentarily. Let's go flaps 2. And we'll set a speed of 160 knots, please. Glide slopes coming in, glide slopes intercepted. And pull back the throttles a small bit. 2,000 feet. Gear down. And flaps 3. Gear down, 3 green, flaps 3 engaged. Go 120 for the approach. Fully configured, go around, altitude is set. Our missed approach altitude is set. Let's get the throttle back in. And disconnect autopilots. Okay, this is fairly stable actually. And by fairly, I mean actually very stable. We're above glide slope here, so let's just put a bit more nose down in. Minimums, continue.
Approaching 19.
So I've learned one thing with this plane, that is that it, number one, loves to float, number two, loves just holding the nose gear up for some reason. So I gotta be careful with the flare. There's the float. Get the reversers in, 80 knots, still reversers. And there we go. If it likes to float, is it a Cessna? I guess. Just loves ballooning on landing. Also, the airport has worked correctly. Thank goodness. I flew on a test leg last night, and basically the entire taxiway was unusable. You might notice this looks suspiciously like the airport we took off from. It's because I'm using a scenery pack that just makes pop-up airports everywhere, effectively. It is essentially identical. But it's better than just having a flat patch of ground out here that does nothing. So we'll do a quick turnaround and put in our second flight plan, which I'll grab real quick. And we're going there. A little bit too much throttle in there. Let's park over by Lufthansa here. I'm not going to park correctly so I don't have to push back again, but I just kind of do A parkings. It's like, yeah, it's generic airport number 1 for Africa. It's so generic it has to tell you where you are. Let's get the parking brake in. And we'll shut down the engines for now. Run the APU again, because I forgot to do that. Because I am genius. APU bleeding gen on, and let's have a look at our next flight plan. Which I ingeniously just missed. There we go. So we are going from, remove the overlay chart. Going from FKYS. Do we have a departure procedure? We do have a departure procedure. And we'll take the DERIP to November. And then we'll this is going to be a really funny flight plan when I put it into Swift, by the way. And do we have weather for FEFF? Mpoko 2822 310 at 8. So we'll be wanting an approach for 34, I guess. We'll go ILS Yankee 34, add to the route. And then we'll go for the Niru 1 Victor arrival. Add to the route. I feel like that's a good route there. So let me just relog into VATSIM here. Quick disconnect, quick. Oh yeah, I forgot that Swift doesn't like this thing. Challenger 30. Go to J, connect. And it's gonna be flight plan. Welcome back, Alexander. So we are still Golf Romeo Delta Whiskey Tango. Still a Challenger 30. Still got it. I'll change this to 450 just because last leg was a bit fast. This leg we're gonna cruise at let's say 32,000 feet. We're leaving from FKYS. Our departure time is going to be approximately 1740 Zulu. And our route is going to be the Dara 2 November departure to Derip, and then Uniform Romeo 984 all the way to Voter, and then direct Nirip, and the Nirip, is it to Nirip 1 Victor, to FEFF. Very FEFFy route. Estimated time on route, we'll say 1 hour 30, 1 hour 40 should be fine. And we'll send that. Flight plan sent. We're good to go. I know, Thomas. This is just the way that the routes have worked out today. Flight plan, and we're going to clear. Okay, we'll just go. To FEFF. Whiskey Tango. Oops. And we are going. I'm just gonna bring up this over here. Direct derp. Okay, thank you. No, not dead. I mean, probably dead, but still. Direct derp. And then Uniform Romeo 984 to Voter. Or Votur, whichever. And then direct Europe. No, only one P in that, thank you very much. FE or FC? I'm really not sure, actually. FF. Why are there two that are like 60 miles apart? Is there another Europe on the other side then? I'm gonna guess it's this one. When's the first meme leg? Depends on how long it takes me to get through these legs, honestly. And again, climb. Transition altitude will be... Actually, it won't be 5,000 because we're already at 2100, so it'll be probably 8,000. Descent, we'll say 7,000 as a flight level. That can change in time. And our cruise will be at 320. Get our nav source to FMS1 again, and we can start the engines up. Right, engine should be starting. Yep. You need a hydrolyzer for your Tycoon now, so you don't have to buy oxygen. Why do your engines keep failing straight after takeoff? I don't know. Maybe it's because you're inept. That is... I'm gonna say that's a good start. On 2, let's start 1. Turn the oil damper on straight away, thank you very much. Call it a good start on 1, turn off the APU again. Left fuel pump is on. Have I turned the left fuel pump on again? I occasionally accidentally turn the left fuel pump on. Where's the left fuel pump switch? No, oh, it was on because I was starting the engines. Derp, 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 derp. Flap set to 1, and we'll just, we might be able to take off direct out, actually. Let's just see where I am in terms of everything on the airport. You can see that this airport that I'm on now doesn't match at all with what I'm seeing on the screen. Like, it doesn't match with the chart because it's not the same airport. Oh, we've got tons of space to take off here on 19. Yeah, we're totally just gonna Like, get to the nearest taxiway. That's a no entry. Just gonna taxi out straight to the runway. Have I not taken off yet? I've already landed the first flight, Alexander. This is the second leg. In fact, thank you for reminding me. I need to find the legs here. And just while we're taxiing, I can update the map. Because we are currently in Yaoundé. What am I missing here? Belts on, that's all good. We'll put that on nav logo. Progress. Oh! That has the same problem as Cork Airport, interestingly. And it is from 19 the... Why is our routing down to November? Doesn't exist. Let's take the 2 Sierra. That's the... No, that's the wrong one. It's the Darren 2 Sierra. There we go. So we won't have any arrivals charts. That's annoying. 19 is what? 191 degrees. Even though Echo 3 here is a no entry sign, I'm just gonna take the intersection here. Here we go, TRA, strobe, landing, and I want to reset the flight.
Approaching 19.
I think we're good both ways. I just want to check. That's... Well, we're taking off now. Let's just go full throttle. Nav.
On runway 19. Caution. On taxiway. On taxiway.
Oh, plane spun out. That didn't go very well. It's fine. I can just restart tax. I can get taxiing. I just want to open up VATSPY again here real quick. Because I did spot that there was a plane flying to Yaoundé earlier. Oh, he's still miles away. We're fine.
Approaching 19.
Yeah, that by the way is why pilots never just slam the throttles. It's always kind of a progressive thing. I've still got tons of room to take off though. It's not going to be an issue.
On runway 19.
There we go. Nav, VNav. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. If you want to rotate. Buzz rate, gear up.
FSE flight not started.
160 knots, flaps up. And we'll just add a laziness to turn the autopilot on immediately. So the autopilot should, in theory, ooh. Should in theory do auto thrust and stuff. So, interestingly, why is the plane doing this? Let's go direct Yankee Sierra 602. I think I wanted to fly over the end of the runway. Okay, YS 602 for some reason doesn't exist, so let's go just go direct there up. You gonna turn? You're gonna turn. Ignition can go off. Altimeter can be set standard. Anti-ice can come on. Anticipation. Lights can come off. Here we go. And we'll just up the range on this. See what the weather's like out and about. Yeah, weather's not going to be nice the entire way to our destination by the looks of it. Somebody sent me a message in Discord. Oh no, it's a notification. Okay. There we go. Climb thrust. Anti-ice on. Because there's visible moisture. And the temperature is under 6 degrees Celsius. Lights are good. Flaps are up. Gear is up. We are good to do this leg of the flight. We should, in theory, have enough fuel to get to our destination here, but I will need to throw fuel at the plane once we get there, because I don't believe we have enough fuel to actually get to any destination after that. So now that we're settled in for a bit of a longer cruise than the last flight, where I basically got off the ground and immediately started planning descent. For example, if I go to the program page here, we've got 298 nautical miles to top of descent. That's less than... that's longer than the entirety of the last flight. I should point that out. Do you guys have any questions you'd like to ask about this plane, or X-plane, or anything you're seeing on the screen, like Navigraph or something like that, and I could try and explain it, because that'll be fun, because I'm a bit of an idiot. I'm more than happy to answer questions you guys might have. Can I explain life? No. Why am I streaming this live? It's so boring, only 9 watching. Because I enjoy it, and if you haven't noticed, FS John, this is my channel, not yours. And if you don't enjoy it, shoo. Boy. My channel, I do what I want on this. Can I explain the Dash 8? Yes, it is the best plane in history. True fact. Let's set the correct heading here. There we go. I'm sorry, were you expecting me to be somehow insulted by you? Just like to point out as well that it's 10 viewers. And also that I genuinely don't care if there's no viewers as long as chat moves and there's stuff to talk about. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I enjoy this game, I enjoy streaming it, and I enjoy, honestly, I enjoy talking about planes. So I genuinely don't care about telling somebody to shoot when I'm streaming a game that I genuinely enjoy. And I feel like I'm doing something interesting with it, something different. It's never gonna... Nothing I ever do is ever gonna appeal to everybody. So, I might as well, with these streams at least, appeal to myself. What's my favorite bomber or fighter of all time? In terms of fighter, it's gotta be the Spitfire. Like, it just has to be. In terms of bomber, probably like the... Probably the stealth bomber. It's kind of between the stealth bomber just because it was a flying wing and that's so ridiculous as an idea. And it's amazing that it actually worked. Probably between that and the B-52. Just because that has excessive amounts of engines. B-52 has 8 engines. The world's largest... well, I think the second largest plane in the world now. Favorite fighter is a Strike Eagle. I've never heard of that. I just like the Spitfire because the engine sound does it for me with the Spitfire. Quite honestly, it's just beautiful. It is... Have I accidentally turned something off here? Allow auto throttle. Yes. If I click VNav on and off, it should now auto throttle. I hope. Wasn't the F-15s the ones that were named after birds? I want to say the F-15s were the ones named after birds. Just going up to cruise speed now. Our true air speed is way higher than I anticipated. 460 knots currently. Almost 470. Wow, okay. Actually, exactly 470, and still increasing slightly. Yeah, 470 knot cruise, I can deal with that, especially with the 14 knot headwind we're dealing with. You're in Dash 8 with Flyby 1's Manchester Airport. They got to the end of the runway and just floored it. Those little Dash 8s can go. Yeah. Basically, any turboprop, all the takeoff is just line up, floor it, and immediately take off. Yeah, because the F-16s were like the... I don't remember I got mixed up between the 16 and the 18, but still got it right somehow. Hey! F-16 Fighting Falcon. Ah. I still think one of the best planes of all time is the Supermarine Spitfire. It's right up there for me with the Douglas DC-3 /C-47 /Dakota. Whichever name you want to give it today is fine by me. And I do have one. I do plan on flying it very soon. In fact, next week. Next Thursday I plan on flying it on stream for about a... estimated about a 2-hour flight, so that's kind of the plan for next Thursday. I'm going to do a special extra stream. F-170 is sweet. I can get... To be honest, I don't really care about fighter jets. I'll be watching VF later. No, I would say this about Tiger, but I said about VF too. I'm not a big fan of his content. I don't find it enjoyable for me. If you enjoy it, that's perfectly fine by me. Yeah, it's too cold to ice up now. If you enjoy VF's content, that's perfectly fine by me, and I encourage you to watch him, but it's just not for me. It's a bit too high energy and hectic for my liking. I find that in my old age I am enjoying more of the chill stream style. Both myself and to watch. I just enjoy chill streaming a lot more than I used to. I used to think, you know, streams had to be super high energy all the time because that's what I was doing, and I'm really enjoying just sitting here, you know, talking to chat and dealing with whatever you guys want to ask me. You know, you got a question, I'll answer it. I've insulted somebody so much by saying I don't like fighter jets they've left. Or possibly by saying I don't enjoy VF's content, which, personal preference. Chill streams fly. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I guess I don't find the super serious realistic style all that fun anymore with Farm Sim. It's a game that I'm just not taking as seriously as I used to, so I don't see the point in being ultra serious with it. Can I get a link to my own stream? Oh, I can. Copy. I'm just gonna promote the stream around in some Discords, hang on. Let's see if anybody's... that's not what I wanted to do. Copy paste. Do I have a 747 cargo plane? Yes, I've got a 747-8F. Sorry, -8F. Where the hell is the correct room in Dagron's Discord? Real life simulator game videos and streams, I guess. It's technically a simulator, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll bop it in there. And it didn't send. Oh, come on! Stop being a git. There we go. It's sent there. I've just realized, by the way, that I've completely screwed up my own thumbnail. I enjoy seasons in Farm Sim, I'll be fair, but it's a game that I just can't take too seriously anymore, for some reason or another. I guess I've just aged out of taking that game seriously. And, like, Flight Sim is now the one that I'm taking super seriously. But yeah, DMF, I do have a 747 freighter. The only issue that I have with it currently is I'm working a frame rate issue that I've been experiencing with it. I think I figured out what's been causing it, so I will probably do a test flight from like Luxembourg to I don't know, Luton later on tonight and see if I have somehow fixed the problem. Or if I found the root cause, which is kind of the main concern for me. And it's a really dumb root cause if I have found it, because... Shush. If you're just joining, yes, that was lightning. That was thunder and lightning you just heard. If my guess is right, and it is just a guess, what's causing my frame rate issues is the X-Plane AI. So if I've got that turned on, it just kills my frame rate. Which doesn't bode well for VATSIM, but I think the VATSIM models are slightly different. I'm just checking some Discords. How are we doing for 56128 1202? So we're about half hour out already from landing. And this is the point where I have to decide if I want to do the third leg today. To Fool. To Libreville. time for me to do some maths, just to figure out a rough flight time. So if I were to say it's going to be about, let's say about 450 TAS, and the ground distance is going to be, usually you get to see all my flight plans. Ground distance is what? Is it not going to tell me? It's not going to tell me, okay. Okay, so I have to work through that myself. 83. $110. This is up to 193. 91, which brings us up to 284. 127, which brings us up to 1 over 3, 1 over 411. And then this is, I'm just kind of working out a minimum flight time for this next leg. And then at 50 is 461. And then 66 brings us to 527. And we'll say that's going to be another 60. 587. So calculator please. 587 divided by 450. Just over an hour. Yeah, let's do the third leg. An hour and a third is an hour 20 minutes, roughly. So it'll probably be... I can go up higher, which will actually increase... Yeah. We'll do the third leg. Because that's anticipating a slow cruise, which I won't be doing because I'll be going up on the next leg to about 38,000 feet. Cool to watch sometime. Yeah, I need to figure out problems with it. I do plan on using it at some point during the tour. I have a leg planned for a 747. I just need to figure out the FPS issues I've been having in the meantime. So top of descent is in 183 nautical miles. Which is approximately, what, 230, 240 statute miles, which is what most of you guys are used to measuring stuff in, not nautical miles. Roughly 230, 240 nautical miles, or statute miles until top of descent. Let's see if we get any view of the ground here. No. No, why would we? I went to all the trouble of generating ortho and we don't get a single view of the ground. Again. Also, the engines don't look healthy. Let's just ignore the giant plume of black smoke going out of this thing. We are seemingly high enough to see the stars, which is slightly concerning. Ooh, that's not where I wanted to sit. How did that happen? We are gonna be cruising here for a little while. We got, what? That's local time, actually. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so GMT plus 2, or, yeah, UTC plus 2. 12:02, it's currently 11:33, so we got an hour until, no, half an hour until landing. I'm gonna budget 2 hours for the next leg just to allow for some delay somewhere, but we should be good for somewhere in the region of an hour to an hour and a half to get down to Libreville. Is it definitely Libreville's next? How did I think it was Sao Tomé? How did I forget the Central African Republic? Interesting. I'm just going to update the map real quick. I'm not looking at chat, not looking at chat, not looking at chat, and looking at chat again. As chat stopped, or have you all just decided to go quiet at the same time? Is this some sort of conspiracy against me? Ooh, apparently the next big Steam sale is at the end of next month. There are rumors of June 25th. So if you're looking to get X-Plane, then will be a really good period, I think. It usually ends up going on sale during Steam sales. It usually gets a pretty decent reduction as well. It's usually about 30 to 40%. That's when I got it, at least. It was during the last... either the last or the last but one Steam sale I got it. I can't actually remember. Let's bring up Navigraph again here and just load in the correct flight plan. And has it saved it as it was? It has saved it as it was. That's nice. I didn't know that before. So yeah, we're gonna be... Can I edit this and just... It's not gonna let me. So we're just coming through Kogan, heading towards... Berberati? FEFT? Oh yeah, where's the second NIRUP? That's something that's been confusing me. There's apparently a second NIRUP. Like, an equal distance away from... Rito... I'm so confused. I'm presuming that I chose the correct NIRUP. Unless the flight plan just shoots off at a tangent at some point. Just not looking like it does. Again, we're only coming up towards the Tobas. And the weather radar is now suddenly clear. And forecast for our arrival, for anybody interested, in Mpoko, is 26 degrees Celsius currently, 2.23 degrees Celsius. Welcome back, DMF. Surface winds, very light, 8 knots from the north. Visibility is really good, no rain reported. Pressure tad low, 1009 hectopascals, but partly cloudy, so it should be kind of broken clouds. Broken to clear, which is very nice. Oh, it's scattered even. So that measurement was made of 5 Zulu, which was an hour ago. Hey, Greek dude. 340-89999, scatter 10, 2623, Q1009, no sake. So yeah, the weather should improve as we head towards Mpoko, which is really actually quite nice. It does get a bit annoying and boring when all you ever see in X-Plane is clouds. Also, something X-Plane does that infuriates me, I just want to show it off here. Because it annoys a lot of people and it annoys me too. We're at 32,000 feet, there should not be clouds above us. There should also not be clouds on the ground. I see you, ground clouds. The one bit of ortho that peeks out and you can see ground clouds. Thank you, ortho. It's not raining. It was earlier. You've joined us as we seemingly escape the storms for now. I just want to check windy maps. Now that you mention that, yeah, the rain and thunder, and I want the thunderstorm layer like that. So we're heading to Mpoko, which is over here. Where's Mpoko? Should be like over. Where are we going? Hey, Bangui. Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. Bangui, 27. There's gonna be a band of thunderstorms as we're heading into Bangui by the looks of it. Which shouldn't be too bad. And the same actually as we're coming towards Libreville. We'll have to pass through number 1, the Bangui bank of thunderstorms, and number 2, the Libreville bank. Any aboard snacks? Not today, Sid. Not today. It's raining in real life. In Greece? Yeah, the crops are getting watered. No problems there. Oh. I've just seen some interesting news on my phone. Apparently Sasha Banks met up with Vince McMahon last week. Okay. So, I was watching the news yesterday. Apparently the 737 MAX probably won't fly until like August at the earliest. They're hoping that it'll get passed to fly by the end of like June. But then there's a whole lot of different certification that needs to go on after that to actually get it flyable commercially. What's that noise? That doesn't sound like a good noise. What's that noise? It's not fuel going bad. It's not the engine's dying. What the heck? Is it just wind? It must just be wind. Not heard that noise before. So I'm guessing. Here's something I need to do. You might notice this FMC looks completely different from this one. It's because this one's just the default FMC with a different skin on it. I want to look at the arrival. No procedures. Right. Why do I have 2 dislikes when people... It's because I told somebody to naff off earlier when he was complaining that the stream was boring, and I said there's plenty of other streams. He seemingly got very upset by that, so I need to manually input some legs here. This is going to be fun. I need to look up the Nero 1 Victor. I can't see that in an overlay. So we're coming from Europe and we're going the 1 Victor, which is direct in. So if we go direct Mike Papa Kilo, doesn't exist. Okay, let's try adding this to the flight plan. There we go. And then the ILS Yankee overlay, please. It's gonna be... Please let this work. FF-34 Yankee. Yes. This one. And then Mike Lima 34. This one. And let's execute that. That is the new flight plan. So now I have to put in my restrictions. FF-34 Yankee is 3,000 feet. Oh yes, needs to be. And then the airport elevation. Actually, I think that's good now. VR. Oh no, I need one more restriction, and that is 3,600 at the VR. So there. So that'll move our top of descent. So I've got a progress page. We're 82 nautical miles away from top of descent. And the bottom of descent is going to be 3,000, so let's set 3,000 into the altitude. Yeah, people nowadays, I know! It's hilarious, they get upset when they complain and you bite back. I don't get it. I'm hardly going to tell people, oh, I'm so sorry that you're not enjoying my stream of something that you're probably not interested in the first place. Why don't I change what I'm doing and change everything just for you one person who's somehow upset by all of this? Okay, this plane is definitely making strange noises. I'm slightly is a bit of an understatement. I'm very concerned. Where's my engine management here? Is it because I still have the NTS? No, the NTS is off. Turn on the engine NTS for a minute. Slightly concerned the engines might be icing. Fuel pressure's fine, oil temp is fine, oil pressure's fine. All of these readings are fine. What is going on? Electrical ECS. That's all fine. Summary. Auxiliary hydraulic pressure is a bit low, but and the auxiliary temperature is a bit high, but that's. I mean, that's all good. Not entirely sure what that weird noise was. Here's the storm front coming in again. It is just over there somewhere. You'll see it at the bottom of the thingy-majiggy. The display, that's the word I was looking for. And there's a weather reload, and the storm's gone. Still cloudy. But if the weather's reloaded, that means this information might be updated. No. Let's try manual reload. Hey, Woodshot! Yeah, no, it's all still the same, that's fine. Out of curiosity, is this airport actually in Vatsim? Oh, it is! Bangui is in Vatsim. And the dude flying to Yaoundé is still going in his 777. What's going on around the UK and Ireland? Not a lot. Not a whole lot at all. So I've just realized I've not put in any Project Fly data. I do apologize. I'm not going to do it now, but I apologize nonetheless. Kind of tempted to do this flight, these couple of legs again at some point. Well, one of these legs again at some point in the future, anyway. To fill out my Project Fly passport mainly, but also like down low so that I can like regenerate some of the ortho. I'm not gonna keep it, but I'm gonna regenerate it at some point and do a low and slow flight for myself some night. Because I do quite enjoy flying low and slow. 15 knot headwind now. It sounds almost as if the it sounds as if I've got the spoilers up, but they're not. That's a really interesting, weird noise. There's the storm. It looks like we've actually flown through where the storm would have been. Which is nice. For 70 knots along the ground. So we're making decent time. I mean, we've been in the air 40 minutes. We're going to be hitting top of descent sometime very soon. And, when stop descent 31 miles. Expected landing 12:23. So we're actually half an hour out now. Do I want to do the third leg today, or do I want to keep it till next week? Or till Monday? 716. 145. And then I'll allow. I think I'm gonna end the stream with this leg. And we'll start Monday off with the next leg. Because I'm just kind of looking at the time and thinking, probably not the best idea. Probably not the best idea to try and squeeze another leg in when I really honestly want to do a lot of stuff tonight. I want to do a couple of flights on VATSIM with some ATC to get confident with that, which up until this point I've either not had ATC or cried off when ATC was about, so I'm gonna try and do some sort of flight that'll give me a controller somewhere. Probably into... I don't want to fly into Gatwick or to Luton straight away. No, it'd be Gatwick is the insano flight on VATSIM. What would be particularly stupid to do? Yeah, Gatwick has more departures than Heathrow on VATSIM. It's a busier airport. I might do Birmingham. Birmingham sounds like a good idea. Birmingham to not Schiphol. Maybe Copenhagen or Billund. I guess it'll depend on what ATC's online when I get there. When I'm prepared for a flight later. "12 miles from top of descent." $3,000 set. Ignition is off currently. Lights are set for cruise still. We're all set to go for ascent. In fact, I can prove it by bringing up the checklists here. Next list, next list, next list, next list, next list. Position altitude is fine. Altimeters will be checked. Hey, Evil Scots! So let's just skip this for now. Fuel quantity balance is checked. Landing elevation is not yet confirmed, actually. Let's bring up the Neuro 1 Victor. Landing elevation is 1,208 feet for Bangor. So that is confirmed. Anti-ice is required. We'll be turning it on as we go down. That'll be fine. Exterior lights on. Let's just throw these on now. Landing gear holstered and landing debrief is complete, and we'll set altimeter as set already. We'll set the... yeah, that's all fine. But happy to call that a good checklist as well. Yeah, checklists are just kind of double check that you've got your plane set up correctly. So the altimeter for Bangui is the QNH is 1009. I just want to double check that. I'll cross-reference with Swift here. FEFF meter 1009 no sig 1999 9 10 26 23 348. That's fine. I hate X-Plane because it's got cumulus clouds up here where it should be cirrus like this. These clouds shouldn't be this high. It should be these clouds because the winds up here are so much stronger than down there where the cumulus clouds live. You should not be there. You should be down there. You should still be down there, but these are much prettier clouds. Let's go to the... Oh, it's done it again. I've blown straight through top of descent. Here comes a ridiculous drop. Spoilers out. Okay, this time we're only going 6,000 feet per minute. I say only. Why are the spoilers not out? I distinctly put the spoilers out. Oh, it's because I did that glitch. Now the spoilers are out. We are cruising our way down to 3,000 feet. And our speed's starting to come back now because the spoilers have actually deployed this time. I smell chips. Ooh. Oh, explain, why do you insist on having cumulus clouds so high up? And, oh good, popcorn clouds as well. See, those clouds make sense. Those clouds make sense. These clouds do not. Because cirrus clouds can be as high as 50,000 feet up. Which means at 30,000 feet you could still be below the cirrus layer, but you would not be below cumulus layer. Speed, I'm happy with. I'm down to 20 miles range, let's bring it up to 80. Here we are, gonna have some storm activity off to our right. Which is gonna be on our final, which isn't ideal. Navigraph, come to my aid and give me an overlay of the ILS here. 110.3. 10.3. Switch. And I want the FLT. No, it's format. There we go. And I want. I actually am going to set in the airport as well on nav 2. 1173. 117.3. Swap, please. 69 miles out from the airport. That's good. And I'm hoping the weather's okay because I would like ideally to do a visual. I think a visual approach would be kind of cool. I don't do many of them. I can use the ILS as a backup if I'm making an absolute hames of it and there's a good reference, but I'm gonna go visual for this approach. Coming down at a decent rate. I'd like to be coming down slightly faster than this, but I mean, I guess the plane knows what it's at. 74 track miles left to go. 63 as the crow flies. Which means it is adding in the extra 10 miles for the approach, which is definitely good. Just gonna change the heading to 085. Speed I'd like to bring back, but that's gonna be fine for now. Look, one's not in. It won't come in until very, very late in the approach. Just want to check barrel ref again. Barrel ref is 1009. Here we go. So just to confirm for myself, I'm coming in on an approach for 3-4. Yes, nearly north, so that's fine. There's some storm activity coming out around the plane here. No, I don't want to log into X economy, thanks. Oddly, the storm activity does... Oh, because I don't have the weather turned on. Oh. Oh. Oh, we're flying straight through this. Oh my god. We're flying straight through a very convenient Oh. Oh. Oh no. This is gonna get fun. This is gonna get very fun. Because we're about to fly straight into storm clouds. In theory, we should be fine, though. Gunshot thunder is still going. That wasn't a gunshot thunder. That was a roll of thunder. Durr. Yeah, we're flying straight through a storm at the moment. Perfect timing. Is there such a thing as perfect timing when you're flying into a thunderstorm? Still no turbulence, which is nice. What I'm having for dinner, whatever meal I'm having, I have no idea. It's whatever my mother wants, because she hasn't eaten much in the last day and a half. Her last meal, as such, was yesterday morning when she had a few slices of toast. Although she's had a few slices of toast since, and some. I guess earlier today when she had some soup. Yeah, she has been hungry all day, so she's deciding what's for dinner, and my dad's cooking it, which probably isn't the smartest idea, but it's the only idea we have. Just to look at Bat Spy again. I'm kind of planning stuff for after the stream already, and I apologize, but... What's the US looking? What's today's Friday Night Ops? Are there any Americans here who are on VATS? And what's tonight's Friday Night Ops? See, nothing can say tea, so if you're having tea, you're not having a crumpet break. Yeah, I have dinner. We call it dinner here. Tea is the drink that I have after dinner. Quite happy with altitude, quite happy with that. Let's get the altimeter down to 1009 just so I got a better reference of where exactly I am in the sky. There we go. You have breakfast, dinner, and tea. I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then a cup of tea. ISA 0, let's get the anti-icing on because we do have visible moisture. It's going to be until the ISA hits 6 degrees Celsius, which that was the worst angle I could use for that. So I'm watching this readout here, SAT. Yeah, this SAT, not ISA. ISA is International Standard Altimeter. Or it's a standard weather configuration for temperature and pressure, and it's 8 degrees off currently. Hello, volts drop. We are currently dropping out of the sky with an 8-knot headwind, which is actually kind of good. Actually, let's let the speed bleed off because we're coming down to 10,000 now, so I actually want to... As silly as it sounds, I want to drop speed here. I want to come in slowly to 10,000 so that it levels off for as little time as possible. There's 10,000, speed's going to drop to 240 required. SAT is 4 degrees now, we got 2 more, or we'll say 3 or 4 more degrees until I'm happy to turn off anti-ice. Ideally it should be on 6 degrees and below. I'm going to keep it on until about 7 or 8 degrees. Depending on when I see it. Micro systems are good. Flaps will be coming out very soon indeed. And if we drop below this cloud layer, which I'm not entirely sure should be there, I can come in visual to the runway, or at least line up visual for the ILS. We're 20 miles out, so I could actually line up for... I could come around dropping altitude and line up for a decent final. So... The only issue if I do go visual, if we drop through these clouds soon, which... Whoa, okay, that was the wrong button. This is the airport, by the way, I think. Yeah, if we drop through the bottom of these clouds, hey, look at how little ground clouds there are here. There's one. If we can drop out of the bottom of this cloud layer fairly quickly, which it looks like the cloud layer goes all the way down to the ground. I would love to try shooting a visual approach with the help of the ILS system at the airport. That looks like a river that's full of trees. GG ortho, I guess. Is it 2? That's a really cool camera angle, but it wasn't the one that I wanted. Oop. Yeah, some weirdness going on with the ortho, I think. We still have IMC. However, some fields there, I think. It looks like, oddly enough, would be an IMC down to the ground, which isn't what active sky is saying. Oh no, it's now saying cloudy, scattered at 1300, 1010, 311 at... No, 3405 still. So that's up the QNH to 1010. You can go back outside for a few minutes. And the clouds should start maybe... Oh, nope. Maybe starting to break up eventually. And Ideally, I want to turn off the strobe, but I'm not going to do that. SAT is 13. We can turn off anti-ice now. Prepare the APU to come online, which it basically already is. I just need to switch it to run. I have accidentally switched it on, so I'm going to switch it back off. Okay, we're starting to see the ground. Do not have the field in sight. The field is going to be right about there. So as things stand, we are not lined up, although that looks almost as if bringing us around a weird ass pattern to come in. There's the field, there's the airport. It's just... I don't even know if that's visible on the stream, but I can see some very faint lights just there, and it's coming slowly towards us. Yeah, I have the field in sight. I think... No, that was the city! That would have been very embarrassing to try and land on. There's the airport. That's just traffic lights. So I'll let it bring us out over this way a bit. And we're still... Why are we going into 1200? No. I want to go to 3000. How's the flight gone so far? Not terribly. It's been kind of uneventful, which is, in a way, good. In a way, good. I know that uneventful can annoy people because, I mean, it's there's not a whole lot happening of spectacular excitement, but at the same time, uneventful means that I've not had to panic. It's just meant that I've been cruising nicely and happily. Try to properly butter this? I mean, I definitely can. Nav source, nav 1, and approach mode. Localizer is in. I feel like we're quite close to the ground. Holy crap, we are. Look at that. So where's the airport? The glide slope's coming in already. Okay, let's get flaps 1 and the gear simultaneously. That was the reverser button I just hit. And I want the speed. Okay, the speed will free up in a minute once we're fully established. Now, approach mode. Am I gonna have to? I might have to fly this visually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fly this visually. So this could get interesting. You got flaps 1 gear down, airport in sight. So we're just gonna bring this down nice and slowly. Like to saying we're below glide slope, so I can just level off here at 2000. Using a bit of trim, bit more trim. Even more trim than that. Oh, that's why we're descending. Oh crap! I forgot to. Okay, flaps 2 and 3 can come in now all at once. Turn on full flaps. Speed, I'm gonna want to be at about 120 knots. That's fine. We should be getting the localizer coming through in a second. There's the localizer, so we'll just spin around. And we're only slightly below the glide slope. Okay, we'll let the nose drop. Okay, this is going to be an interesting landing. I'm telling you this now because I'm not entirely sure this will go down well. Okay, more nose down, more nose down, more nose down. Butter it? I'll try. Okay, there's the one. Oh, this doesn't have any scenery. Ah! Okay. I've pulled out the throttle now.
Approaching 3, 5.
Minimums, we're going to continue.
Deep landing, 1,800 meters remaining.
That wasn't a terrible landing, considering how far away from the center line I was. So reversers. And you're braking. And we're good. And let's get the APU coming online now, please.
Caution, short runway, short runway.
I went fast enough to trigger extras. This is a slightly different airport design to the one we had last. Let's put into what appears to be some sort of GA apron over here. Oh no, that is actually just the airport terminal. 2 UPS... I have no idea what those planes are. A buzz and Windows disconnected USB sound. That was probably the Stream Deck derping. That's probably what that was. What game is this? This is X-Plane 11 Tundra. It is a flight simulator. One of my personal favorite games to play at the moment, actually. And in terms of what I'm doing right now, I am just taxiing to stand. Lights can come off now. We'll put it in, yeah, put it over at stand 7 or 8. You haven't slept all night, you've been playing Oakfield? Fair enough, I guess. I slept last night while I was generating scenery for today. Because, while it might not look much from here, it still doesn't look much from there. The airport that the ground textures are all satellite imagery. It'd be really cool if it wasn't cloudy everywhere in Africa at the moment for some reason. Oh, that a good park. Stop it up. APU's online. Gen and bleed is on. Let's turn that off. And start shutting her down. Get the gust lock on. External power. Gonna be via this menu here, I believe. Animations. So there we go. In fact, I can turn off the APU entirely. I don't know why the external power doesn't seem to want to work. The APU can come off. So that's that shut down. And that's... honestly, that's me quite happy with this stream. It's been 2.5 hours. Mainly on this flight, actually. This flight took 2.25. On Monday... I'm just gonna have a quick look. On Monday we'll probably go to Libreville. We'll probably just make it to Libreville. And next Friday we'll go Libreville, Sao Tomé, and then on to Brazzaville. And once we get to Brazzaville, we get to have a bit of fun. Once we get to Brazzaville, I will be cracking out. I'm going to go with this. So we're currently in FEFF, so let's just set this in FEFF. Let's stand 8. So let's just change this to new flight. Start a new flight, and I'm going to log off of VATSIM real quick. Never mind, X-Plane crashed. That happens sometimes. So, yeah, that's fun. Let's call that a stream there on that note. Until tomorrow with Farm Sim, stay safe and goodbye.